So I'm making these hear no, see no, speak no evil molds with my PLA poop. This is the end result. And I'm just going to go ahead and take one off out of the mold. So as you can see, there's a bunch of sharp edges there that hang over the silicone, so I'm just going to trim all that off before I go peeling the mold. It's not much. You just don't want the mold to be stuck to the plastic when you go to peel it. So it's better to cut it and watch where the pieces fly and make sure they don't land on your printer and get caught up. So that's enough for now to do that. Now, I did cut myself when I peeled the first one out because these edges all the way around this mold are razor sharp because they're so thin. But we're just going to peel a little bit of mold out, and then we're going to peel a little more out, and we're just going to turn, grab, and peel. Now these are cactus molds or succulent molds. And they come out, and then you flip them back inside out. And then all of this on the edge, you can see all that sharp edges there. That all has to be trimmed off, so hold on, kids. Oh, watch out. That's why I clip it off into the trash can so that I don't get shot by plastic. This ain't no airsoft. This stuff's sharp. Put your eye out. Did you hear that hit the plastic? That put a hole in the plastic. This is just like shrapnel from a plastic grenade. Of course, not a real one because you'd just die if it was that close. But just having fun. I'm home sick today. Yesterday I was sick. So just making use of my time, really. And then once I get all the sharp edges off that are real bad, then we're all done there. Now I'll take my sander because this is uneven. But I will take my sander and sand the bottom of this. And then I'll hit it with sandpaper right around the edges. No, I'm not going to run my finger around it because it'll probably cut me. I think I got all of the sharp pieces off, but I'm not sure. So next mold. You got to make sure you peel all of this off here. Like there's little pieces that just get stuck because you fill them upside down. I blend my poop, fill my blender half full. Not my blender that we use, but I went and got one from the thrift store for like $8 or $9. And then I bought an old air fryer for $5. And this is what I do with all of my waste from my multicolor printer. I turn little poops into a bunch of blended up little poops into little tiny pieces, little strings. And they're all about this size when they go in to the mold. And I just overfill them because, you know, like I said, it's a $5 air fryer. I'm not worried about what gets on the bottom of the air fryer. I'm not worried about it poisoning me with the blender because I'll never use that blender. Hate being sick. But being sick has its advantages. I get to do this instead of working, which is not making money per se yet until I do a bunch of these and then I go sell them. We get little succulents. We put the succulents in there with some peat moss. Of course, I have to drill a hole in these so that it will drain. It's just what you got to do, unless you're a mean person. And then I will just clip off of the edge and just tack for all the little peel ups. That one just had a couple little pieces, and now here we go, kids. We're going to peel up another skull. Grab it and pull it and hold it with your thumb. Reach over an inch or so, grab it and pull it, hold it with your thumb, and so on and so forth. Oh, this one looks good. You can get these from Let's Resin. I don't know who else does them. Ho, ho, ho. This one looks really good, guys. So I'm going to set this down, and then, so what I do when these are pulled out like this is I just flip them back around. They're just a little succulent cactus holder. Fill the inside with the little poops. Just like that. Just like that. Now, how long do these last? I don't know, because I just got these, and this is the second set that I'm doing. So we'll trim off all these sharp edges and jagged pieces so that I can hit it with sandpaper. Ow! I think I just cut my finger. It slipped a little. Not the clippers, the cutters, but the mold slipped in my hand a little bit there. And you gotta watch, because if you don't clip it off into a trash can or something, you'll have stuff flying across the room at a high rate of fuel consumption. So why throw away your poop from your printer, your multicolor printer, when you can do this? Make money from your trash and your waste too. Alright guys, so that's trimmed up. I'm not going to show you sanding or anything like that, but See no evil. Hear no evil. Oh, looks like my poop's backing up. So I also use this Cryo Grip Pro Glacier. I am running at 40C. Let it go into a bag in a little box. So that way it doesn't overflow when I do a 3-day print. Have a great day, everybody.